Okay, so this is going to be a tier list for all of my rage baits. Not all of them, but most of them. There was more than 40, so I got my top 40. Um, so we will see how good they are. We'll see how this goes. All right, number one. Number one, allegedly. Allegedly is a definitive S tier rage bait. It is my favorite one. Absolute S tier rage bait. Yo, thank you so much for the galaxy, TJ Feld. One. TJ Feld, thank you. Thank you. Allegedly is an S tier rage bait. Absolutely no question about it. Okay, it is probably one of the best comebacks you can have. Can't lie. It's one of the best comebacks that you can have. Number two is going to be Point and Laugh. Point and Laugh. Now, I think Point and Laugh could be a S tier, but I don't know. I think that I'm a little bit. I think that Point and Laugh might be a little bit better as an A tier because I really like it personally. I personally like it. It is a little bit too obvious of a rage bait. I could agree with that. Maybe we go B. I like to use it a little bit too much, but I do think that it's pretty good. Now, another one. This is going to be another S tier, and that is Just Lying. Just Lying can never be patched. It will always be good. It will always be good. I can't lie. You can never patch Just Lie because you're just lying to them. You're just making shit up. So I don't really know how you could not use Just Lie as an S tier, right? Because you can really just be whatever you want it to be. So then we'll go Not in the Know. Okay? What are we thinking for Oh You Must Not Be in the Know? Is that also a S tier? S, A, A? It's A, it's S. Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of A's. I'm seeing a lot of A tiers. But I'm also seeing some S's though. I don't know. It's probably my best performing one. But I think Oh You Must Not Be in the Nose gotta go S as well. I think it's one of the very first ones that popped off. I think it really goes crazy style. Number two, Thumbs Down. I'm gonna put Thumbs Down in A tier. Meh, wrong. You know, I like Thumbs Down. It depends who you're doing it to, because if the person is like kind of mature and they're like they don't fall for it, then I kind of feel like it's a little bit too obvious, right? Like you're obviously trying to get them to react. So like I think that it kind of brings it down a little bit. So I think A is kind of there. I do really like doing it. Like I said, there's a lot of people that like doing it in traffic. You know, instead of flicking them off, you just thumbs down them when they cut you off. I kind of like that. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, I'm comfortable with going thumbs down in A. Now, are you talking to me? Right? You're having a conversation with someone, they're getting really mad, and you just go, "Are you talking to me?" And I think that's kind of a C tier, low key. It's not very good. It's okay, right? But again, it's just kind of okay, you know? I think in the right hands and in the right circumstance, it can go crazy. Like it can really take over. It's underrated a little bit, but it's like not going to it's not gonna be crazy. It's kind of like the Tim Duncan of rage baits. You know what I'm saying? Like all the fundamentals are there. When you need to go to someone, you go to Tim Duncan, right? But he's not flashy. He's not crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna kind of get it done. So I'm thinking that one's pretty good. Okay. Did you learn that at blank university? I'm gonna go D. I'm going the university goes at D. It's okay. It's kind of okay, right? It's kind of a D. It really depends, right? Like, there's been some people where I've been like, oh, did you learn that at Columbia University? And they're like, yeah, what is that supposed to mean? Columbia University's a great, is like a fucking awesome university. And it's like, yeah, okay, bro, whatever, right? So, like, I think it really only works. It really only works if they take a lot of pride in the college that they went to or the university that they went to. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't, then it's not gonna matter too much. All right, so next up we have Unseen. University, it is tough. It is tough. It's pretty good, but it's not my favorite though. I think it's kind of not that great. Unseen. It's pretty obvious. I think it's kind of diabolical in my opinion. It's kind of similar to Point and Laugh, where if the person is like not secure in themselves, or like not, if they're not secure, if they're like a little bit immature, it's gonna really work against them. But if they are secure, if they are mature, then the end scene's not gonna really work. It's a little bit cartoonish, kind of like the thumbs down. It's a little bit too obvious of a rage bait. I agree, and so I think that and scene is. I think it's B. I think it's okay. It's just kind of whatever. Now the smile thumbs up, but only in text. I gotta go A with this one. This is one of my favorite ones. When you're in an argument with someone over the internet and you hit them with a slight smile thumbs up emoji, that's lit. That's fantastic. It's great. Even I'm not gonna put it in the same category as allegedly lying or you're not in the know. But slight smile thumbs up emoji is pretty good. Yeah, but you're saying it's been patched, but I think it's only patched versus the people that watch my content, right? If people don't watch our content, like if you're on Facebook and you're arguing with boomers about politics, slight smile thumbs up might be the biggest nuke you can drop. They're gonna have no idea how to do that. I don't know. So that's just me though. That's just me. Oh, I saw that TikTok. This one is kind of ironic because I'm making a TikTok to tell you to say that you saw a TikTok to rage bait someone. That's kind of peak. It's kind of good. It's kind of good if you think about it. And for the irony of it all, I'm gonna go S with that one. I saw that TikTok. Yo, Flyboy Jonah, what's up? What's up? Lying should be S. Yes, lying is S. Just lie. There it is. Number 2. All right. Me when I lie. Me when I lie. This is like throwing the just lying back in their face. Somebody comes at you and you're just like, yeah, me if I lie. Me when I lie. You know. A lot of people are gonna say S. A lot of people are gonna say S with this. I think that it's A. I think it's A. I think it's really common. For people to use, and I think that kind of brings it down just a little bit because the more you hear it, it's not like super versatile. Like just lying is really common as well, but like you can't really patch just lying. So I think me when I lie has to go in A tier. It's not quite as versatile as some of the ones in S currently. And so I think me when I lie is a solid A. Here we go. Here's a big one. Big if true. What are we thinking about big if true? It's a OG big if true. C S S allegedly. A tier. Amazing online. Yeah, amazing. Actually super good. Certified OG S A C A. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of S's for it. I'm seeing a lot of S's. I think Big If True is probably an S as well. I do kind of think that it's an S. Now, I do think that we might get so many S's that we have to reorder some. So we're gonna come back, but this is just the initial ordering. This is just the initial ordering, I think. Um, what's this guy talking about? Right? You're talking to somebody, he's saying something to you. You look over to your friend, the third party, and you go, "What's this guy talking about?" You know, just kind of throwing his entire argument out of the window, and that nothing that he said has even mattered at all. I'm gonna go B tier. My reasoning is that it requires a third party, right? It requires to be in a duos party for this to work. So, when you're in a duos party, it's really, really good, right? If this was a duos, a ranked duos RAGEBAIT lobby kind of tier list, I think it would be really high. But it's not, right? It is just overall. It's just overall. Hold on, let me make it all a little bit smaller so it all fits on the screen for everybody. Looks like TikTok can't see everything. There we go. I'll make it smaller so TikTok can still see. And let me make sure it looks fine, whatever. Now, Reddit opinion. Reddit opinion is interesting because if they're not in the know, if they're not up to date with like what Reddit really means, right? And like if they're not like in the know with how it affects or like what it is, it's not really going to work. I'm thinking Reddit opinion is a good C tier candidate. I think it's a good C tier candidate. It's going to work on some people and whatnot, but it's not going to work on everybody. It's going to really work if they're insecure and they actually do go on Reddit. But if they don't go on Reddit, they're just going to be kind of like, I don't know what that means, Now, dropping a letter from a random word, like say an aircut, I think that's D. I think it's not really, you can't really use it in an argument, you can't really use it in an argument. It's really just to throw people off and get them to just kind of get mad in general, right? So I think dropping a letter is probably a D tier. Now, is this your new bit? Is this your new bit? Is this your new bit? Oh man, is this your new bit is really good. Is this your new bit is really good. I can't lie. It might be S tier. It might be S tier. Is this your new bit? It's either A or I think you can use it in every situation is the thing. You really you can really use it in every situation. No matter what the person is talking about, no matter what y'all are arguing about or whatever you're trying to rage bait them about, you can really use it. It's really versatile because you can just always chalk anything up to being a bit, right? And I think that's kind of lit. Are you looking for attention? Are you looking for attention? Are you looking for attention? It's pretty good. It's pretty good for sure. It's pretty good for sure. Me when I lie, are you looking for attention? I'm tempted to put it on the same tier as as A. But I don't know. I think it's probably an A. I think it's probably an A. I think it's probably an A one. Are you looking for attention? Cuz I think that's probably going to get a lot of people, in my opinion. I think that would probably get a lot of people. Now, victim card. You're always playing the victim card. You're always playing the victim card. I'm going to go C with this one. My reasoning is that, yes, it can be very effective, but it can also be kind of demeaning. It can kind of be like you're brushing off whatever their problem is, and it might be a serious problem. And I don't really like to victim blame people, you know? It does work. It can work, but sometimes it's a gray line. It is a gray line for when you can and can't use it, I think. I think it's a gray line for when you can and can't use it. Okay, MBTI. MBTI is D tier. Assigning a random MBTI is definitely D tier because most people don't know what an MBTI even is. Most people don't know what an MBTI even is, if we're being honest. So I'm thinking that MBTI is it's kind of a D tier. It's okay, right, if they know and they're like really into it, but you know, if you're not in sync with what they all mean and stuff like that, it's really not going to be too big for you, I think. Can you get a personal lingo? No. No. No, I'm not going to do that. And speaking of that, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. I think C might be, no, I'm not going to do that. Because it has to do with like a question, right? Like you can really only use it in a scenario where there's a question, right? Like that guy, he's like, "Oh, can you give me a new lingo?" And it's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Nah, I'm not gonna do that." Right? Can you take out the trash? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Right? You can really get them like that, I think. So yeah, I think it's a solid C tier. I think it's a solid C tier. It's in your everyday average Joe lobbies, it's going to be good, right? Like that's the thing is when it comes to a tier list, if you're good at rage baiting, you can make any of them work, right? If you're in a low ranked lobby against low ranked opponents, any of these are going to be good. You're going to have a positive win rate with every single one of these. But you know, if you're in a higher rank, if you're in a really high ranked lobbies, you know, this is when the tier list really comes together. So like you might say, oh, C tier is not very good, but realistically, everybody can use a C tier to make it work, you know? Because most people are not in high rank lobbies. Most people are dealing with NPCs most of the time. Calling somebody their wrong name. So I think that my example for wrong name was calling your girlfriend the wrong name, right? Calling her a different girl's name. As a rage bait, one of the best. You're gonna get an argument if you do this. You will get an argument if you decide to go wrong name to the girlfriend. Calling twins the wrong name, exactly. Exactly. This, like, is it right to do? No. But if you call her like your ex name, like you're gonna make her mad. That is a rage bait and a half. Saying their name and then acting like you didn't. Saying their name and acting like you didn't. Ooh. Saying their name and acting like you didn't. I think it's B. I think saying their name and acting like you didn't is kind of B, like trying to get their attention, looking away. They're talking about some. Did you say my name? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Bikes? No. So bikes is a lingo, not a rage bait. So I will have a lingo tier list in a couple of days, but bikes is a lingo, not a rage bait. We're doing a rage bait tier list. We're doing a rage bait tier list. Blitz, I think it's A tier. Who is Blitz? Who is Blitz? All right, next one. Next one is now what? Now what? Somebody just released a very passionate, you know, passionate message to you, and then you just hit them with a now what? Now what? I'm thinking now what could be A tier, could be S. It really could be S, but I think that you have to be a little bit careful with it because depending on how angry that person is, you might find out now what. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really might find out what they're going to do next. And you might not want that. You might not want to find out what they do next. So there's a little bit of like, okay, I'm trying to rage bait you, but I'm also not trying to, like, you know, get killed. You know, I'm trying to not get hurt. Looking for attention. Where did I put attention? Oh, I put looking for attention in A tier. I put looking for attention in A tier. Now, here's one of my favorites. Who me? Who me? What are we thinking about who me? Who me? Who me? I think that's got to be an S. That's got to be an S. If I'm being honest. I think who me's got to be S. Personally. Who me? That's a lit one. Especially if you're not even in the conversation, right? And somebody just says something and then you just hit a who me, you know, and you're not even a part of it. Okay. Where did you leave it? Right? Somebody's looking for something and then you hit them with the where did you leave it? Where did you leave it? Oh, I'm looking for my keys. I'm looking for my keys. I can't find my keys. Well, where did you leave it? where did you leave it? Yeah, dad rage bait. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I'm gonna go B, because limited circumstances that can be used, not super versatile. Very situational, extremely situational. You're projecting. Sounds like you're projecting. Sounds like you're projecting. Sounds like you're projecting. Now, this is another one that you might need to be a little bit careful with, because you don't want to make it seem like they're projecting something like really bad upon themselves. And so you need to walk that fine line, that fine gray line, to not make it seem like you're accusing them of something heinous. You know, we're not trying to spread real hate around here. So I think it's an A. I think it's an A. Well, this is one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is the slow walk. You just walk really slow in public. Really slow in public. Can only be used IRL. You might not actually get a reaction out of anybody, right? But you might make them mad. It's like a stealth rage bait. They're gonna get mad on the inside, but they might not ever tell you. And I think we're gonna go C for that. We're going to go C for that, I think. That's just me though. That's just me personally. I know you are, but what am I? That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. This is the chuckle under breath. This is the chuckle under breath and then say that you weren't. I'm going to go D. I'm going to go D with that one. You know, you hit a little and someone's like, "What are you laughing at?" And you're like, "Oh, nothing. I'm not laughing at anything." You know, I think that's probably where we're going to go with the chuckle under the breath, in my opinion. I think it's kind of okay, but it's not the craziest. You might get them to be mad, but it might not really work. But it might. This is the you tell a joke, you tell a silly joke or a dumb joke, and then somebody laughs at it, and then you ask them to explain it. You ask them to explain the joke. So you'd be like, you know, zebras are black and white, you know, because it's spaghetti, and then they laugh, ha 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 ha, and they're like, "Do you get it?" And like, "Yeah," and it's like, "Okay, well, explain it then," and you just kind of make them feel dumb. You just kind of make them feel dumb if you think about it. It's okay. I think it's another D. I think it's another D candidate. Next up we have the I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Now, the I'm not touching you is really, really good against siblings. It might get you assaulted in real life. But that is kind of like if you're talking about making somebody mad, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's got to be an S. That's got to be S. My next one. I don't know what that means, and don't tell me. I don't know what that means, and don't tell me. Right? Just really throwing out their entire argument, any of their facts or whatever. I don't know what that means, and don't tell me. I'm going to go B. I love this one. I really like this one. I really like this one because, you know, you ask somebody, you can really set it up. You can really set it up against someone. They'll be like talking about something and be like, man, what does that mean? And, or like, what are you talking about? And they'll try to tell you, and it's like, oh, I don't know what that means, and do not tell me. Don't tell me what that means. I don't care. It's pretty good. It's okay. Now, this is the blank stare. Okay, people have been calling it the Gen Z stare, I guess, whatever. Blank stare's pretty good. Blank stare's pretty good. You just look at them just like you look at them like they're dumb, and that's what's gonna get you. Against boomers, you have 100% win rate against boomers with this. I can't lie to you. You have a 100% win rate against boomers with blank stare. Yeah, blank stare and who me, crazy combo. Crazy combo. You're going crazy in the twos arena division. Oh wait, Unk. What? Eye roll. Yeah, blank stare, eye roll hits. Blank stare, eye roll does definitely hit. Now this is the yummy, 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 yummy. I'm gonna have to go D with this one. I'm gonna have to go D with this one. Can't lie. It's okay, but it's kind of, it's kind of, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. It's not the craziest. It's really not the craziest. It is very, it's a sibling rage bait. It's very niche. It's very niche, but it is what it is. Self-exposed. Oh, you just self-exposed. Somebody's explaining somebody to me. He's like, whoa, you just self-exposed. You just self-exposed. That could be S. Self-exposed could be S. But it could be A as well. I just let me think about it. Let me think about that. You just self-exposed. I kind of think it's like it's kind of got the same thing as projecting. It's like you don't really want to accuse them of anything crazy. I think it's going to be B. I think it's worse than projecting. I'm going to go B with self-exposed. That's hard to believe. That's hard to believe. Next one is that's hard to believe. Oh, millions of people are getting bombed all over the world. Oh, that's hard to believe. You know, that's hard to believe. You know, I think that's good. I think that's a certified banger. That's hard to believe is a certified banger when you're in an argument. Somebody's really trying to convince you of something. That's a certified banger, low key. Now, yeah, if they're using sources, it could be S tier. I'm gonna throw it in A because again, it's really situational on the fact that they're trying to convince you of something, right? They're trying to get you to come to their side of the argument, and you're not having it. That's hard to believe. Okay. Second to last one that I have is the says who. Elephants are real people? Says who. Elephants are real? Says who. You know what I'm saying? Says who. Ooh, says who could be good. Says who might be another A. Says who is pretty good. It's pretty versatile. Hard to believe and says who is a good combo. Yeah, it really is. Did I do, oh, you must not be in the know? Yes, not in the know is in S tier. Of course it is in S tier. I'm going to go says who A tier. Says who in A tier. Now, my last one that I gathered for today's tier list. Like I said, I didn't grab all of them. There were too many. I only grabbed my top like 38 or 40. The last one that I grabbed is wah 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 wah. Think about it. Think about it. Wah, wah. Somebody just opens up to you and just tells you a heartbreaking story, and you get a wah, wah. Wah, wah. I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. OG Ragebait, repeat what they said in a higher pitch mocking voice. Yeah. Yeah. Wah, wah. That's just disrespectful? Well, yeah, but does it make them mad? Because it's like most of these are disrespectful. Most of these are kind of disrespectful. So, you know, it kind of depends, you know. Rage baiting is no harm. Yeah, I mean, I think telling someone that they played the victim card can be pretty disrespectful, depending on what they're talking about, right? So, like, that's why it's in C. Like, it's definitely not. You have a little bit of evil in you to do rage baiting for fun. Now we're obviously not trying to spread hate, but you know. So I think wah wah. I think wah wah might be. Wah wah might be a B, but wah wah might be a C as well, because it is like, you do have to definitely choose which one you're choosing, right? Because like, you're not, obviously you can't use it if like somebody opens up again about something that's like really heartfelt. But like, if somebody like is like, oh, I'm so fat, I'm so lazy, I can't, you know, I don't feel like getting up and walking today, or going to the gym, and you hit them with a wah wah, you know, I think that hits. I think that kind of works. I think that would kind of work. Now let me look at this list and see if I want to change anything. Let me see if I want to change anything, because so I've got allegedly, just lie, you must not be in the know, saw that TikTok, big if true, new bit, wrong name, who, me, and I'm not touching you, all in S. I think that's a good. I think that's really good. I think those are all S's. Huh is actually very underrated. Yeah, huh is definitely good. Huh is definitely good. Saw that TikTok is A. Ooh, saw that TikTok might be A. Let me make it smaller so that everybody on TikTok can try and see. I don't know if y'all can actually see that on TikTok, because it is kind of so small now. I think I could see saw that TikTok go moving to A. I could see that. I could see that. I'm not mad at that. Oh, that's wah wah. I saw that TikTok. I think I could see that. If they don't know about the rage bait tutorials, it won't work. No, that's not true. That's not true. No. Because you're not saying, because you're saying the I saw that TikTok to them like trying to say something that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to like convince you of something, or they're like trying to argue with something. They're like, they're saying like this in this important think piece that's happening around the world, and you're like, oh yeah, I saw that TikTok. Basically saying that they only get their information, they only get their knowledge from TikTok, from social media, and they're not actually educated in anything. That's kind of how I saw that TikTok works. In my opinion, that's kind of my take on it. And I think that's pretty good. But but I don't know. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I think that I'm happy with with this list for my thing. So screenshot it if you need to. This is the list. This is the definitive rage bait tier list. This is the rage bait tier list.